the rupee. Under pressure, second day running. There is, of course, the the Yuan fixed by China as well, which is indicative of the fact that they're ready to push the Yuan lower. Latha is here with some perspective. Latha, what are you picking up?
Well, there was a big fall on Monday, that's yesterday, by about 60 paise from 85.23 to 85.83. And today morning, it seemed stable. You know, we thought we would get away with the 10 paise fall, but late after lunch, there has been a huge fall. And now we are about 40 paise lower. So together, it's almost 1 rupee more expensive that the dollar has become. The news is not the rupee fall. The news is the reason why it fell, and that is the lower Chinese fixing. The official rate every afternoon, all central banks fix, even there is an RBI fixing of the rupee. The yuan has been fixed at its lowest level since September 2023. It's not by a huge lot. It used to be 7.19 to the dollar. Today it is 7.203 to the dollar. It's not a big deal, but it clearly shows an indication. And once the PBOC indicates that it is prepared for a depreciation of the currency, the official, the market rate fell even further. 7.30 to the dollar yesterday, today 7.33 and change to the dollar. So clearly the Chinese yuan is signaling that it is falling. And obviously the interpretation is that if you're going to punish me with tariffs, I will cheapen with currency and get around it. That seems to be the message that's coming. Usually when the yuan falls, all Asian currencies fall. And you can see that in the won, in the ringgit, in the Taiwanese dollar, Filipino. You can see it across the board. And likewise, you can see it in the rupee as well. There are a lot of traders, treasuries, bank treasuries, which play all currencies. So there are these currency players who have marked most of the Asian currencies, including ours, lower. And there is the usual dollar demand from importers, maybe even from some foreign funds. We don't know whether it will be a net positive number today. So there is some demand from FPIs as well. And importantly, the Reserve Bank is not supporting any level. So they are not there on the other side. The point to take home is that hereafter, don't look at the rupee only by looking at the dollar index. Also look at the yuan.
Absolutely. Tomorrow, all ready for RBI, Latha? What's the question to the governor?
25 is for sure. Yeah. The question now is whether it will be 50.
50 or not.
I mean, it could be. If you're anyway going to give 100 basis points in this entire cycle, why not give one together, 50 bips? But if it is only 25, it will be taken as hawkish. Oh. It should be 25 plus a stance change or something like that.
But I think that is also now in the price. A stance change also perhaps is more and more people are saying.
What is in the price is the liquidity. There's so much money in the interbank system that normally the call rate, the rate at which banks borrow from one another, would be the repo rate. Today it is about 5 bips lower because there's so much liquidity.
So just on liquidity, stance change is one. I mean, if they change to accommodative, right?
Yes.
If they do from neutral to accommodative. On liquidity, since they've given this big bazooka, 80,000 crores in April already, would the market want to hear anything more on liquidity, or is there more than enough sloshing in the system?
There is more than enough sloshing. And I think the Reserve Bank has made it very clear that they have detached liquidity management from policy. Policy is the price of the money. Amount of money is on a daily basis, the liquidity that the Reserve Bank sets, and it's 80,000 crore this month. So, Ravi, from January to March, it is 7 lakh crores. Whoa. So, I mean, they've really pushed in. The point they're making is, what, Nigel, you were hinting at, they're pushing it even below the repo. The rate at which money is exchanging hands is even below the signaling rate of the Reserve Bank. And they may, we are sure to ask that question in the press conference, and we will hopefully expect an answer on similar lines.
Thanks very much, Latha, for that. So that's basically the tomorrow's agenda, which is of course going to be all RBI and what happens in that sense. By the way,